This is a 4-step plan to build referral partnership with probate and trust attorneys. This is going to be a fun one. Hang in there, pop up your computer, your note-taking device, whatever this is. And I got up early for you for this one, so let me take a sip of some coffee. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm Tristan. Welcome, my real estate friends. This episode is brought to you by abrillianttribe.com. Let's get right into this one. Step 1. I did this one by accident. Somebody recommended that, Tristan, why don't you join a local referral network of top professionals in your area? And so I looked up and I found one called BNI. And there was another one called Latip. And so I joined both. And from those both, they didn't have a real estate agent at the time. And I created this amazing network of people that are professionals. 2 of them were attorneys in the Latip group. And in the Latip group, I ended up getting referrals from this probate attorney. But that's not the only way we did it. I'm giving you that as an option because sometimes we think, well, we don't have to go out and network. And yeah, you either have to network by phone, by doing it in person, reaching out to people through LinkedIn or other social platforms. Here's the easiest thing you can do, though, if that's not your style or you think, Tristan, that might take too long, right? So I want you to search the local bar association directory for attorneys that focus on probate and trust. And they're usually together, by the way. I ended up selling the client that was a probate attorney who was just starting off. I ended up selling him his first home. And then obviously he sent me a lot of referrals. And we still have one probate attorney that does amazing for us. In fact, we're about to get a listing in 2 weeks from him for $2 million. I want you to also go to Google. And this is still under step number 1. You've got to make the right list. There you go. Make the right list. What does the right list look like? It looks different for people. So when you go to Google and you type in, who are all the probate and trust attorneys locally to me, start making that list on paper, get their phone numbers, get their email, and then reach out to them. That's probably the hardest one, right? Reaching out to them. Because step number 2 is open the door with value, not a pitch. For me, this is what value looks like. It's not, hey, I'm a real estate agent. I'd love to get business from you. That's the opposite, right? That's kind of like leeching. For me, value looks like, hey, Joe, the probate and trust attorney. I work with a lot of clients here. And most of the time, if they're buying for the first time, I recommend that they open up a trust so that they can put that home inside of a trust just in case something happens. And I noticed that you're local too. I'd love to start some type of a relationship with you where I can send you clients. And if you ever have anybody that's doing a probate or needs real estate help, I'm here for you. Would you like to have some coffee? That would be the email you send out. That would be the phone call you have. That would be the letter that you write. Yes, handwritten note. See the difference, right? And in this document that I'm reading off of, I've got one section that says, follow the phone call script, which says, I sent you a simple guide on clearing title and avoiding repair delays. May I drop off a full estate sale packet for your file? We've done that section before, and I didn't put this other approach I just told you in here. That approach works if it's a little bit more on the more professional side, if that's the way you want to go. And I'm thinking a lot of you need to have some type of a packet. What's your packet? Like, what is this probate trust packet that you give to clients? Because if you're giving it to the clients, that attorney that you're trying to work with may love to see it as well, right? And that piece right there where I said, I sent you a simple guide on clearing title and avoiding repair delays, that specifically is for the attorney because some of the delays happen there. So in essence, you're giving them value and saying, hey, here are some of the things that you could do just in case, because I know you may be stuck here because I don't know, you may end up with an agent that doesn't know this part or working with people that don't know that part well. So you see this packet, make sure that it serves not only the client, but also the attorney. And you may want to separate them. And Tristan, you'd be like, Tristan, how do I do this? Well, go to ChatGPT, have it outline a packet for attorneys, probate and trust attorneys, as a real estate agent, focusing on clearing title and avoiding repair delays. Now, on the other side, have it print out something beautiful for you or just outline something nice for you that indicates why buyers or sellers should create a trust and what type of trust they should create. And obviously, they should go to an attorney for any attorney information, right? So get creative, because then you can go to Canva and create the most amazing actual presentation, or you can go to Gamma, right? If you're like in a hurry, go to gamma.app and it'll create a nice actual visual, beautiful presentation, or beautiful AI. Damn, so much to go to, right? Step number 3, build trust through shared education. All right, this is where I want you to invite the attorney to coffee or lunch. Here's what I have. I said, ask what slows their probate files and offer solutions. Accelerated valuation, vacant home policy, weekly status updates. Offer even to host a 1-hour real property and probate Zoom or in-person event for their clients and also for your clients, so that when they come in, they can also meet the attorney you're going to work with, right? And then once you're done, send a brief recap email about the meeting and then the next steps. What an attorney wants, probate and trust attorney wants in working with you, they want to make sure that you're simplifying their life. They want to make sure that you're professional. They want to make sure that if they work with you, you're not going to drop the ball. And you have to, in the ways that you're leading up to meeting, in the after and the post meeting follow-up, you have to demonstrate all of that. And so this is why I'm outlining this for you, because we've done it plenty of times. We have amazing relationships with 2 probate attorneys, and we're trying to expand ours more. And number 4, stay top of mind and track results. Every quarter, email a 2-paragraph probate market update, average days on market for estate homes, common repair costs, new state forms, hand deliver fresh vendor list each spring, haulers, locksmith, estate sale companies, they will for your clients. Here's a piece to that little piece, hand deliver a fresh vendor list. Go back to that directory podcast that we talked about, that episode where I said, build a directory. This directory that you're building can open so many doors, not just for your sellers, for buyers moving into an area that they're not familiar with, or even if they're familiar with, for you to continually connect with a farm area. But guess what? For probate and trust attorneys, who doesn't need people they actually trust? This is a beautiful thing. And once you close a case, send a thank you card and short success story the attorney can share with future estates. Anyway, that's it for now. I try to make these short, under 10 minutes, pack a lot of punch. If you do have questions about this, we actually do this. Message me on Instagram. If you need this Google Doc, even though I didn't talk about everything that I was talking about in the Google Doc, if that makes sense, message me on Instagram or drop a comment on YouTube and we'll go from there. Have an awesome day.